For those who don't know me personally, my name is Yahuah. I've been given the gift of prophecy as well as a little bit of teaching. I just want to make myself very clear. I know what I'm saying today. There is another woman who has been given the gift of prophecy. I just want us to recognize that Yahushua said every idle word, every word that man speaks, they will have to give account to on Judgment Day. Everything that I speak, as well as everyone else speaks, they will have to give account on the day of judgment. So I'm not foolish enough to take somebody else's prophecy and to come on the internet speaking of it, because I will have to account for why I did that. I just want to make myself clear that many people have the gift of prophecy, just as there are going to be many teachers in Yahuah rising up right now, many evangelists in Yahuah rising up, many shepherds in Yahuah rising up, many apostles in Yahuah rising up in these times. So I just want to really address that because I know I saw somebody else on the internet months ago maybe speaking of this, but I just want to really confirm that Yah has recently given me this prophecy. I did not even want to come on the internet talking about this prophecy, but I have to be obedient to my King, Yahushua. So yesterday was June 5th, 2024. I believe I was at work. I was at work on my break. And I was praying, and I was singing to Yahushua. I was singing to Yahuah. And all of a sudden, randomly, Yahuah thought it would be a good idea to start talking about a man by the name of Donald Trump. I think we've all heard of Donald Trump before. And what Yahuah said about Donald Trump is that Donald Trump is going to get assassinated. Donald Trump is going to be assassinated because they don't need him anymore. They don't need Donald Trump anymore. For those who have watched the other day, I saw in Washington, they had Dr. Fauci. This is the man that was behind all of the COVID regulations and whatnot that we all abided by force years ago. And I think for those who have watched that, who follow Yah, the way that we must look at the world is that these people are all actors. There's no reason to have anything in our hearts for leaders, for politicians. I live in Canada, and some people will have stickers of a middle finger, and it will say, F you, Trudeau. The way Canadians talk about Trudeau, the hatred that they have for Trudeau, is very interesting because he's simply just an actor. But of course, those of the world, we cannot blame them for having this type of mindset. What else are they supposed to think? They have no clue. But for us that know Yahushua, I think Yahushua has given us all our own understanding about this. And if not, if you're new to the faith, this is the understanding that we must have. When I was watching this hearing, these people are very intelligent because they had all these different politicians, and this person, was saying yes, and the vaccines and the social distancing is very effective. And then you have another person saying other things. Then you have another person saying another thing. They all have different opinions to rile up the watcher who is behind the TV at home. This person who agrees that Dr. Fauci is blah, 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 and a liar and all of this stuff, they will be riled up and say, yes, that's the truth. And they will start to have some sort of hatred or animosity towards the other group of people who are saying, no, this was effective, so many people died, yada, yada, yada. The person who has a completely opposite thinking regarding this situation, and that same individual is going to be riled up and say, yes, this was effective, and yes, we needed this, and why are these people so against this? To cause division in the hearts of men, so that men believe in the illusion of this government. We have to understand, and this should be common sense if we are reading our Bibles. This is Satan's world. This is not conspiracy. This is Satan's world. This is his playground. All of these politicians are his. There are people behind these politicians. All these papers they're reading, when they're sitting there in Congress there, in the States, in Washington, all these documents that they're reading, do you really think that these individuals, all of them one by one, read all these documents? Or do we not know that these documents were given to them to read? They are all actors. Even the blonde lady, what's her name? Marjorie Green, I believe. She's a very good actor. All of them are all actors, and they laugh at us because we eat up the delusion that they feed us. These people are not in control of anything. They are simply actors, and they get paid to do their part. That is it. There are people behind them that we will never see, that we don't know their names, we don't know their first, their last name, we don't know where they lived. These are the true Freemasons that are in control of Satan's world because they work for their God, Satan. Just because somebody says God and they believe in God does not mean that they believe in Elohim, Yahuah. And this is why I love to use Yahuah's real name. I love to use Yahush's real name for this specific reason, but I'm getting carried away. I'm going to stay on topic. So, back to Donald Trump. Just as these congressmen and congresswomen were putting on a show for us, for putting on a show, and the blind ate it up and actually believed that this was a real thing going on. In that same way, Donald Trump is an actor. Just as all those politicians and Dr. Fauci were actors, Donald Trump is an actor. Donald Trump has fulfilled his role, and when they don't need him anymore, they will take him out. He will take them out because it will be easier for them. It will be easier for them in this way because Donald Trump is going to start maybe rebelling, or I don't know what is going to be happening behind closed doors. But what I know is they will take Donald Trump out for a specific reason. They are done with him. They don't need him anymore. Donald Trump is going to get assassinated. This is the word of Yahuah. For those who do not trust what I'm saying, take it to prayer. I know many are not going to listen regardless. But for those who care about Yahuah, for those who want to understand the mind of our Creator, He is a judge. He is out, and His judgments are upon the nations now. It is time. His wrath is upon the nations. That is why pastors are going to be getting dropped. Pastors He has never sent. That is why our weather has seen temperatures that we have never seen forever. Breaking records of our weather. That's why all these weird animals are coming out of the sea right now. It is not the age of Aquarius or whatever the blind are saying. This is the time of Yah's judgments. They are upon us. Yah is judging the wicked right now, I'm telling you. Not just the actors in office, but the wicked. The fellow citizens of the earth, the regular people that choose wickedness, that do not love righteousness. Yah is judging this world right now slowly. It will start slowly. Like, yeah, the weather's kind of weird today. Like, this is not normal. Or, oh, this is kind of weird, don't you think? Like, look what they're talking about on the TV. China, like, and Russia, like, what are they talking about? And then slowly, it will start to progress, just like a pot of water. When you first turn the stove on, it's cold. The condition that you got the water in is the condition it will stay in, but as the temperature rises, it gets hotter and it boils. It starts boiling. The water starts dancing because it cannot take the heat. It is dancing. Soon it will be like that. We are in the beginning of the birth pains. Tornadoes, earthquakes, pestilence. Deaths, random deaths, people dying, you don't even know how they died. I'm telling you, this is the beginning of Yah's judgment. I am not Yahuah, but I am just putting forth what I am told to say by him. This is the time of Yah's judgment. And you will see them slowly progressing. But we are at a time in earth where the earth has genuinely never seen what we will soon see. This is the word of Yahuah. Donald Trump is going to get assassinated.